Okay. Let's talk about sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. What are sexually transmitted diseases? Diseases which pass due to a sexual intercourse are called as sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, also called venereal diseases, VDs. So STDs are also called venereal diseases, VDs, also called as reproductive tract infections, RTI. So STDs are also called as VDs, venereal diseases, also called RTI, reproductive tract infections. Many STDs are there. If you have heard of it, gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and of course in the recent years the most dangerous STD is HIV leading to AIDS, the human immunodeficiency virus which causes AIDS, the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Now AIDS is a very crucial topic. I'm going to teach you in a lot of detail about AIDS. That will be in your 12th standard when we talk about diseases chapter. उसमें AIDS आपको डिटेल में सिखाएंगे. यहाँ पर we will talk about two major venereal diseases, syphilis and gonorrhea. Syphilis and gonorrhea are both bacterial diseases. They are bacterial infections. There are about 50 million cases of syphilis and 150 million cases of gonorrhea all over the world, and you have a huge number of these cases in India. And can you imagine 50 million, nearly 5 crores of syphilis, and 150 million, that is around 15 crore cases of gonorrhea worldwide. Syphilis is caused by a spirocate, a spiral-shaped bacterium which is called as Treponema pallidum. तो Treponema pallidum नाम का एक spiral-shaped bacteria होता है. It affects the mucous membrane in the genital, rectal and oral region and causes lesions. So how does this disease pass? In case of genital region, if the penis is inserted in the vagina and if a male is having syphilis, he will pass Treponema pallidus into the female and she will get infected. Vice versa, if the female is infected, her vaginal fluids will enter the penis and the male will become infected. So that is causing genital lesions. Lesions, disturbances of cracks in the skin is called as lesions. It may happen in the oral region or rectal region. So oral region, suppose oral sex is being observed. If a male is having his penis put in the oral cavity of a lady and he ejaculates, then the semen with Treponema pallidum causes infection of the mouth. तो सर माउथ रीजन के अंदर लीजन्स आ सकते हैं. और rectal region, in case of male homosexuals, they have a practice called as sodomy. And sodomy practice के अंदर the penis of the erected male is put into the anus of the other male and he ejaculates, then semen with the bacteria goes into the anal mucosa and causes lesions in the anal mucosa. So during sodomy, anal sex से anus और rectum region में lesions हो सकते हैं. What are these lesions? The primary lesion is called as the chancre. So chancre is the primary lesion and chancre is the swelling. It will burst and उसी जगह पे swelling की जगह पे एक pit बन जाता है which is called as an ulcer and a hard ulcer is formed. तो पहले एक swelling बनता है which is called as the chancre एंड शैंकर की जगह एक रप्चरिंग के बाद एक पिट बन जाता है which is called as a hard ulcer. So here we have an oral lesion. तो oral lesion है, this is a oral ulcer over here in the mouth. Similarly, here we have a chancre, a swelling in the tongue. Tongue के ऊपर swelling है, that is called as a chancre. And similarly, here on the penis, here we have glass penis. Just behind the glass penis, it is formed an ulcer. So there is an ulceration over here. And on the shaft of the penis, again we are having an ulcer. So an ulcer in the shaft of the penis. Or we are having the vagina, the labia majora are separated by the fingers, and we see an ulcer in the vagina. So these are chancres or swellings which rupture and वहीं पर ulcer बन जाता है. That is what happens in syphilis. And then that is called as a primary lesion. Later on, secondary lesions appear in the form of a rash anywhere on the body. Body के ऊपर rashes आने लगते हैं. So it spreads from the genital area into blood and skin के ऊपर rashes आने लगते हैं. There is fever, inflamed joints and loss of hair. So person has fever, he has swelling of the joints and he has loss of hair, and secondary lesions and other symptoms also subside, and both primary and secondary lesions are rich in the spirochaetal or spiral shaped bacteria Treponema pallidus and are highly infectious. So primary lesion chancre and ulcer, and secondary lesion rashes everywhere in the body. And third, then a few years later, tertiary lesions appear. So tertiary lesions appear in the skin, bones and liver. तो skin के ऊपर जो rashes थे, वहाँ ulcers आने लगते हैं. Ulcerations which are there with bacteria. और bones के अंदर infection पहुंच जाता है, liver में infection होता है, and degenerative changes take place in the heart and the brain. तो heart और brain के अंदर भी bacteria पहुंच जाता है, and in the heart it causes a typical swelling of the aorta. तो aorta swell हो जाता है, and aorta which is coming from the left ventricle, this aorta gets a swelling in it which is called as an aortic aneurysm. Aortic aneurysm, and this aortic aneurysm may rupture and internal bleeding may take place and a person may die because of this. So aortic aneurysm से लोग मर सकते हैं. Our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had syphilis and he died because of a rupturing of his aorta, and aortic aneurysm had caused death in Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So it was so common in those days. And infection occurs by sexual intercourse, occasionally by kissing. So saliva to saliva contact also may pass it. Incubation period is 3 to 4 weeks. So what is incubation period? Time between the entry of the bacteria and appearance of a chancre, the first primary lesion, 3 से 4 week का time period होता है, and that is called as the incubation period. A mother may transmit the disease to their newborn babies through the placenta. So transplacentally, syphilis bacteria, Spirochaete Treponema pallidus, goes into the fetus and may affect the fetus transplacentally. And this is called congenital syphilis. Congenital since birth. So इसे congenital syphilis कहते हैं. How will you control syphilis? Prompt treatment of the discovered cases. तो जो भी person आया है उसका आप treatment करोगे, finding the source of infection and treating them. You tell the person, you have got syphilis, who are you having sex with? and he says he goes to this commercial sex worker, the prostitute, and that prostitute is also found out, and you treat that commercial sex worker, because if she's having sex with this person, there is a chance even she has got syphilis. So treat the source of infection and the person who is infected both. Sex hygiene. You have proper sex hygiene, avoid multiple sexual partners. Don't have sex randomly with unknown people. Chances of you contacting syphilis or even HIV, hepatitis is very high. Have sex in a monogamous relation. If you are polygamous, there is a chance you will get an STD. Have a monogamous relationship, have sex with one person only. And always use condom at the time of exposure. So if you are having sex with an unknown person, always wear a condom. So not only chances of fertilization and pregnancy reduce, but also chances of syphilis or HIV become less if you are using a condom. It will prevent STDs. And how do you treat syphilis? You will treat syphilis with the antibiotic penicillin. Penicillin was the first antibiotic to have been discovered by Dr. Alexander Fleming, and that same penicillin जो इतने साल पहले बनाया था is even today the drug of choice. Any person having syphilis, give them injections of penicillin. Penicillin will treat the bacteria, will kill the bacteria and treat a person suffering from syphilis. So this is about syphilis, and then you have gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is caused by a Diplococcus bacterium, Neisseria gonorrhea. Diplococci, there are two cocci like this which are called as Diplococci, Neisseria gonorrhea, and here the victim feels a burning sensation and pain during urination. So whenever he is infected with Neisseria gonorrhea, gonorrhea infection hai, whenever he micturates, he passes urine, then he gets a burning sensation while passing urine, and there is pus from the penis and excessive secretion of vaginal fluids. तो अगर मेल इन्फेक्टेड है तो पीनस में से पस आता है, और फीमेल इन्फेक्टेड है तो वजाइना से व्हाइट कलर का पस बाहर आता है. Whitish discharge takes place, इसे ल्यूकोरिया कहते हैं. So she has leukorrhea, whitish discharge from her vagina. The incubation period is very short, only 2 to 14 days in case of males and 7 to 21 days in case of females. So if you remember syphilis, the incubation period was 3 to 4 weeks. For gonorrhea, it's only 2 to 14 days in males and 7 to 21 days in females. The disease causes inflammation of the mucous membrane of the urinogenital tract, rectum, throat, and even eye gets infected. So, as we have said, in case of heterosexuals, vagina, penis get infected. In case of homosexuals, the rectum will get infected. In case of oral sex, the mouth will get infected, and it can even spread to the eye. It spreads by sexual contact and by infected clothes of a person. If a person is having gonorrhea, उसके clothes से भी ये pass हो सकता है. It may spread to other parts of the body and cause arthritis and female sterility. So it causes arthritis like syphilis. Even gonorrhea causes inflammation of joints and also causes female sterility. The ovary gets infected and she cannot ovulate, so female sterility हो सकता है. Children born to affected mothers often suffer from eye infections called gonococcal ophthalmia. So gonococcal ophthalmia, the eyes of the child get infected. If a lady is having gonorrhea and she delivers a child, then the vaginal fluids come in contact with the eye and the child is born with congenital syphilis and eyes are infected, which is called gonococcal ophthalmia. And gonococcal vulvovaginitis of girls before puberty. Before puberty of a girl, she has vulva swelling and a lot of pus from the vagina, which is called as vulvovaginitis of the girl happening. And gonorrhea is also treatable by the same antibiotic, penicillin. So penicillin is excellent. Penicillin से gonorrhea भी treat किया जा सकता है. So both syphilis and gonorrhea are treated by injections of penicillin. And third, you have all STDs being easily treated, but hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV infection cannot be cured. The three H's, HIV, AIDS, hepatitis B and herpes. Hepatitis, HIV and herpes, you cannot cure it. Once you get infected, you are permanently going to have these microorganisms in you. And third, early symptoms of most other STDs are minor and include itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swellings in the genital region. And many times infected females are often asymptomatic. उनको कोई symptoms होते नहीं हैं and remain undetected. And third, this will later on, if she becomes pregnant, she has pelvic inflammatory disease, PID. Her entire pelvis swells up and she gets pelvic inflammatory PIDs. Abortion हो सकता है, the baby may abort. Or a stillbirth, the baby is born dead. That is, a stillbirth may happen. Ectopic pregnancies, like a pregnancy in a fallopian tube. Ectopic pregnancy हो सकती है, infertility हो सकती है, and as a matter of fact, some STDs can cause cancer. If you have heard of it, human papilloma virus, HPV virus causes cancer of the cervix. Human papilloma virus cervical cancer cause करता है. ये खास याद रखना, very common cancer of cervix in young girls. Because they had promiscuous sex with an unknown person, she gets infected with human papilloma virus and her cervix gets infected and she has cancer of the cervix happening. And STDs are a major problem. So sir, in the age group of 15 to 24 years, a lot of reproductive health is taught to these people. Clean your private parts regularly. The penis, vagina, etc. should be cleaned regularly. During periods, girls should have genital hygiene. So they should use sanitary pads during a period. Sanitary napkins are to be used and the blood has to be removed away. Otherwise, reproductive tract may get infected. And avoid sex with unknown partners or multiple partners. Don't be polygamous. Have a monogamous sexual relationship with one person, avoid multiple partners, always use condoms during coitus, always use a condom during a sexual intercourse, and in case of any doubt, go to a qualified doctor, get an early detection done and early treatment is to be done so that you don't suffer from the consequences of a sexually transmitted disease. I hope you all have understood this. So with that, we have finished with infertility today, test tube babies and sexually transmitted diseases. And with that, we have finished the chapter called reproductive health. And that means we have now finished two of the most important chapters of your syllabus, human reproduction and reproductive health. These two chapters are vital from your need point of view. Please study this thoroughly. Very soon we are going to have a full-blown test, a 90 multiple choice question test on both these chapters, and I would want you all to perform very well in them. Study everything well. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.